Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Takira and I'm a dietitian that helps women to heal from chronic vaginal infections as well as chronic health conditions. And this video is going to be about how to choose an iron supplement and what to look for in an iron supplement, because a lot of women ask me these questions and they don't know, and most women don't know in general about other things to look for in an iron supplement to ensure that you're actually getting a good form of iron, and also to ensure that the iron is being properly absorbed with having other cofactors in the supplement. So for those who are unaware, I started an iron deficiency anemia education series after I ended up in the hospital due to uterine hypoxia, which was caused by iron deficiency anemia, which basically means that I had labor contraction like period cramps that I could not handle and had to go to the hospital, and it was linked back to iron deficiency anemia. So ever since, I wanted to educate more women on this, because literally almost all women, if like not all obviously, but are iron deficient anemic. And some women ignore it like I was doing for years. Some women try to fix it, but it doesn't work. Some women like heal it, of course, but there's a lot of women out there who are chronically anemic. They're always tired. They have all these symptoms like acne, hidradenitis, dark spots, painful period, and they don't realize that this is all linked back to iron deficiency anemia. That's why I created this whole entire playlist. So if you have been dealing with this for years, you need to learn about the iron recycling system, which is the first video in this playlist. And you should also watch my other video I posted yesterday on the minerals needed for the iron recycling system. So when it comes to choosing an iron supplement, not all iron supplements are created equally, because some may have other cofactors, like some may have vitamin C and vitamin A, and others may just be straight iron with nothing else in it. So some work fast, some barely absorb, and some cause, as we all know, horrible constipation. So I'm breaking down what actually works based on science, absorption, and real world results in women's health. So one, it's important to know the two different types of iron. We have heme iron, which comes from animals, which is the most bioavailable source of iron, meaning that when you take this iron, you don't have to worry about competition within your foods, like such as coffee blocking the iron from being absorbed, because heme iron is so powerful that you don't have to worry about these blockers and other things. So heme iron is the best way to get your iron levels up quick, fast, and efficiently, and you don't have to really worry about iron blockers like high calcium, coffee, matcha, tea, all those things. So because this is the best absorbed form of iron, it doesn't fight for absorption in the gut. So it doesn't require vitamin C. Even though I still recommend, why not just have extra vitamin C. It's very gentle on digestion, highest bioavailability, and it's found in supplements labeled heme iron polypeptide. So if you have an iron supplement that says that, it means that it's heme iron. And heme iron comes from animals. So your meats, your poultry, your red meats, your, I meant to say poultry, red meats. I'm missing a meat. I don't know. But either way, meats, seafood, things like that. That's where heme iron comes from. So the pros of heme iron is one, fast correction with very few side effects. And the cons, of course, not vegan friendly and can be more expensive. And what I recommend usually with any meats is that you are aiming for organic grass-fed meats, because otherwise in America, a lot of the meats that we consume are pumped with antibiotics and hormones, and this can just overall impact your health in a negative way. When you get grass-fed, organic, red meats, these are really good, high-quality meats, and that means that you're getting really good, high-quality iron as well from these meats. So women with severe deficiency or low stomach acid tend to do amazing on heme iron. So there's an easy way to know if you have low stomach acid. There's other ways as well, but usually what I tell my clients is if you get full really easily when you're eating, especially when you're eating high protein, you most likely have low stomach acid, but that's not the only reason. So the way to test this out is if you consume water with apple cider vinegar in it before your meal and you're able to actually fully eat that meal without getting full, then that's proof that your stomach acid was low. So you can test that out for yourself. Low stomach acid will also involve a lot of excessive burping and belching as well. Then you have a non-heme iron, which is plant-based or synthetic. So this iron needs more support to be absorbed. So heme iron needs vitamin C and other cofactors. Non-heme iron, does not need, and then non-heme iron needs these things for better absorption. So the absorption of non-heme iron depends on stomach acid. It needs vitamin C. So with any plant-based iron or iron supplement, you need vitamin C with it. And plant-based iron or non-heme iron gets blocked by high calcium, coffee, matcha, tea, phytates in nuts, seeds, and grains, and other things as well. So non-heme iron is good for vegans, anyone who can't tolerate heme iron, like meats and stuff like that. And it's challenging for women with GERD, IBS, or low stomach acid because of the fact that non-heme iron needs other things to be absorbed. When you have things like GERD or IBS, you typically have a lot of gut imbalance that can make the absorption of this type of iron harder. Also with low stomach acid, because we need stomach acid to break down our foods. So when I say that these things can get blocked by high calcium, coffee, matcha, tea, nuts, and stuff, you can still have these things in your diet, but it has to be 2 hours apart from your plant-based iron. So let's say you're having spinach. You don't want to have coffee within the first hour before or after having the spinach. You want to wait at least 1 to 2 hours before or after having the spinach to then have coffee so that it doesn't block the absorption. And you would also want to have the spinach with a vitamin C, like maybe spinach with like some lemon juice and olive oil, something like that. So I do have another video that talks about like iron blockers. I forgot which video it is, but it might be my general iron video that goes over iron deficiency anemia in general. But if you just watch this whole entire playlist, you're going to learn like what blocks iron, what doesn't block iron, things like that. So those are the 2 types of iron that you should be aware of. Now, when it comes to looking for a supplement, you're either going to have a supplement that either has ferrous sulfate or iron biglycinate. So typically when any supplement has the word biglycinate in it, it's typically going to be more easier on the stomach. I'm going to explain why in this video. So ferrous sulfate is like the classic prescription that your doctors give you. It's cheap, it's high elemental iron, and it also causes the most side effects. So this is the one that causes like constipation, nausea, black stool, stomach cramping. And it's best for women who can actually tolerate it, but it's worse if you have a sensitive stomach, IBS, or you're constipation prone. Then you have iron biglycinate, which is typically most tolerated by all people. This one is chelated, which means that it's iron that's bound to glycine. Glycine is an amino acid, and that binding makes it easier on digestion. So iron biglycinate leads to higher absorption, lower side effects, doesn't require as much stomach acid, and also does not cause constipation for most women. So this is my go-to recommendation for chronic anemia, heavy periods, and anyone who's had trouble with their iron in the past, because the other one can be a little bit troublesome. Now, when it comes to liquid irons to choose from, so liquid iron is the best because it's absorbed the fastest, so it gets your levels up really, really fast. And they're also great for women who can't tolerate pills. So liquid irons that are great are one, Floradix, which if you're West Indian, you probably are familiar with Floradix, but it's gentle, it's food-based, it's a mild dose. It also has B vitamins, it has vitamin C, which all help with the absorption of iron, and it also tastes good. Like it doesn't taste bad at all. These two I looked up previously, but a second one's called NovaFerrum, which is good for sensitive stomachs. And the owner of this company actually started this brand because his baby needed iron and she didn't like the taste of it. And so she was refusing it. So he wanted a good tasting iron supplement for people. So they made this. The last one is Spatone, which is super gentle and ideal for pregnancy, but always speak with your doctor about starting any supplement. And you should also know that sometimes iron can really, really, really fuck you up on an empty stomach. Some doctors recommend taking it on an empty stomach, but me, whenever I've done that, I've always got extremely dizzy and threw up. So I personally choose to take iron 2 hours after dinner before bed, because iron supplements can be blocked by so many different things in our diet that I feel like it just makes the most sense to be taken before bed, because my stomach is empty and I'm not eating anything 2 hours after dinner, and our iron recycling system works the best when we're sleeping. So that's just another quick tip. And if you are on my channel because you deal with recurring vaginal infections, just know that iron deficiency anemia is a direct cause of your recurring vaginal infections. So if you deal with chronic vaginal infections, it's important that you definitely check out my book. You can heal just from watching my YouTube videos, but if you want an actual 30-day protocol as to how to heal your vagina, then I do have a 30-day Vag Reset ebook, because I healed my 2-year-long recurring vaginal infections in 7 days. And it's because I combine nutrition with subconscious reprogramming and nervous system regulation. And it literally, I swear, it took me 7 days to heal. I'm not even joking, because my mindset was already like on point with healing. So I teach all about that in the book. I combine nutrition with esoteric teachings, metaphysical, spiritual teachings, and also nervous system regulation and mindset work, which is what you really need to do a full body healing, not just for vaginal infections, but for other chronic health conditions as well. Iron deficiency anemia will also impact your urinary tract health. So if you have chronic urinary infections like UTIs, embedded UTIs, interstitial cystitis, I do also have a 30-day book for that as well down below. But let's see. So liquid iron absorbs better because they bypass some of the digestive processes so that your body gets the iron quicker and easier. So it's best for pregnancy, teens, after surgery, and nausea-prone women. Now, when it comes to food-based iron, these are great for maintenance or mild deficiency, but they're not always enough for severe anemia alone. So you have liver capsules. A great brand is Ancestral Supplements. They have liver capsules, beef capsules, kidney and spleen. Especially if you're like me, you're not eating any of that shit, a supplement will be really, really great for you. These supplements are also loaded in vitamins and minerals, because animal organs, or I shouldn't say just animal organs, but just organ meat in general is really, really, really healthy for you. So some options include liver capsules, beef spleen or beef spleen capsules, obviously eating liver itself as well, any organ meat, blackstrap molasses. I've been incorporating blackstrap molasses every single morning. My mom is from Grenada, so we drink something called cocoa tea. Cocoa tea is rich in minerals like magnesium, iron, and other things. And what I do is I make cocoa tea and I add a tablespoon of blackstrap molasses to help with my iron levels. So that's really another great choice as well. Pumpkin seeds and also lentils and spinach. But again, with the plant-based non-heme irons like pumpkin seeds and lentils and spinach, these are more low absorption, so you have to combine them in vitamin C for the best absorption. So spinach is not like the end-all be-all for iron like people make it on social media, because it needs other cofactors for optimal absorption. Heme iron is always going to be the best form of iron, period. So now, how to choose the right iron supplement. Like I mentioned before, always speak with a doctor, your dietitian, your functional medicine doctor, whoever, before just taking anything blindly. But iron, it's really important that you're looking at the ingredients in your iron supplements. Number one, your ideal iron supplement should be a blend. So look for iron pills or supplements, whatever, that also contain B12, folate, not folic acid, copper, vitamin C as ascorbic acid, vitamin A for retinol, which helps load iron into hemoglobin, B6 for red blood cell production, and also zinc. So when it comes to zinc and iron can compete for absorption with each other. So it has to have a little bit of zinc. It shouldn't have more than 20 milligrams of zinc. If anything, it probably shouldn't have more than 15. If it's less than 15 milligrams of zinc, even better. But when it's little, it can help. But if it's too much, it can actually block the absorption. So for example, there's another iron pill called Hemoplex, which I really like. It works really fast. It actually got my iron too high. And it has 5 milligrams of zinc. So that's okay. But if something had like 20 milligrams of zinc, it may just block the absorption completely. So these cofactors strengthen red blood cell production and support iron metabolism. And if your supplement does not include vitamin C, you must pair it with a vitamin C source. So this can look like you taking a vitamin, an iron pill with orange juice or kiwis. Kiwis actually have more vitamin C than oranges. With lemon water, with hibiscus tea or sorrel, acerola cherry, camu, ascorbic acid. These are all great sources of vitamin C to consume your iron with. So You want to avoid taking calcium and iron together. They should be at least 2 hours apart. Coffee and tea should be avoided within 2 to 3 hours of taking an iron supplement. And you want to also avoid having high fiber meals with iron because fiber will block the absorption of iron and it'll make it seem like it's not working. So that's really important. So overall, here's just a quick guide to choosing the right iron for you. If you're constipated from iron, choose one that has a biglycinate format, so like iron biglycinate. If you're severely deficient, focus on heme iron. If you're pregnant, liquid iron. If your iron is really low, liquid iron can get you up there fastest. Low stomach acid, focus on heme or liquid iron. And if you're vegan, focus on biglycinate forms of iron or iron glycinate. So that is basically how you would choose your own iron supplement. If you want a full video on the signs of iron deficiency that most women miss, you can comment down below, or how to raise your ferritin fast. But otherwise, if you're looking for more one-to-one support, I will be taking clients using insurance starting on Monday, and my spots will be filling up really fast because I only have limited availability. So if you want the link to that, reach out to me through email, DM me, or comment down below. And you can also join my email list because I send education on nutrition and women's health every 3 days. And so the email list is also linked below. It's the link that's labeled as my 8-hour vaginal healing sleep tape. You're going to get women's health education every 3 days from me through that email list. But otherwise, you guys know everything that I have is down below. And that is pretty much it for today's video. So stay tuned for the next video. Bye, everyone.